Welcome back to your online classes. Today, before we start our class, we just recall what we have learned in our previous classes from our first class. At first, this chapter, we studied about place value chart. Then, how we can write a number to words. Then, words to numbers using symbols. Next, we study what the expanded form of a number, how we can write a expanded form into short form, comparing the numbers, making the greatest and smallest number with the given digits. Next, ascending and descending order of the numbers. What next? Addition of numbers, subtraction of numbers, multiplication of numbers, division of numbers, and also how we can write the place value of a number. We write a note. An important thing, the place value of 0 is always 0. Today we are going to do some word problems based on our basic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Our first question: the following are the salaries of 3 persons in a month. Raju got 26,380 rupees. This is a symbol of rupee. Akhil got 48,612 and Hema got 34,780. What is the total salary of the 3 persons in 1 month? Total salary means find the sum. You already done the word problems based on addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on the 3rd standard and 4th standard. But here we deal with some big numbers. That's all. I already told you the first chapter is a recap. Remembering what you have learned in previous years, 3rd and 4th. Okay? So we can do. In word problem, we must write the steps. It's an important one for word problem step. So what's the first step here? Here salaries of 3 persons are here. Salary of Raju, salary of Akhil and salary of Hema. Then we find the total salary of 3 of them. Okay, so our first step, Raju got 26,380. That's our first step. Salary of Raju, 26,380. Next, salary of Akhil, 48,612. Okay, the salary of Hema, 34,708. Then we can find the total salary. Total salary. How we can find the total salary? Total salary means add the 3 salaries. 26,380 plus 48,612 plus 34,780. Here 3 numbers for adding. How we can add 3 numbers? First we add 2 numbers, then we obtain an answer, then the 3rd number add with the obtained answer. Okay, we will do the calculations. For odd problems, you must do the calculation on the margin. Okay, first we can add these 2 numbers. 26,380 plus 48,612. Okay, we can add 0 plus 2, 2, 8 plus 1, 9, 3 plus 6, 9, 6 plus 8, 14, and remainder 1 here, 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. This is our answer. Okay. If you want, we can write this answer there plus this one. Otherwise, you can find the final answer and substitute here. Then 74,992 plus our third number 34,780. Okay. 2 plus 0, 2. 9 plus 8, 17. 7 is here. 1 is remainder. 9 plus 7, 16. 16 plus 1, 17. 7 is here. 1 is the remainder. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. 7 plus 3, 10. So this is our answer. Okay. So the final answer. So final answer 1,09,770. Our second question. Rahim has 2,87,612 rupees in his bank account. He withdraw 1,98,781 for buy a new bike. How much money left in his account? What we have done here? This account with 2,87,612, and now he want to buy a new bike for this rupees. So if we draw 1,98,781, how much money are left? That means how much money balance in his account. To find the balance, the initial amount, then he withdraw this amount from that, and to find the balance amount, how we can find the balance amount? Yes, subtract the withdrawal amount from original amount. But this is a bad problem. You must write the step. First step. First step, total money in Rahim's account. Total money 2,87,612. Okay. Money he withdraw from the bank. Right, 1,98,781. Balance amount in Rahim's account. Rahim's account, which is equal to, subtract this from this. 2,87,612 minus 1,98,781. So we can do the calculation. We can do the calculations here. In all problems, you must do the calculation on the margin. Okay. Minus 1. Okay, 2 minus 1, 1. 1 minus 8 is not possible. So we borrow 1 from here. So this is not, now it is not 6, this is 5, and this is 11. 11 minus 8, 3. Now it is 5 and this is 7. We can subtract 7 from 5. So we borrow 1 from here. Now it is 6 and here is 15. 15 minus 7 is 8. 6 and 8. Same. Borrow 1 from here. Here 7 and 16. 16 minus 8 is 8. Now here 7 and 9. Same here. Borrow 1 from here. 1 is here and it is 17. 17 minus 9, 8. 1 minus 9, 1, 0. If you ignore 0, don't. So answer. So balance amount 88,831. Okay. So third question. A motorboat can travel 20 km per hour. How far it can travel in 15 hours? A motorboat can travel 20 km per hour. That means it can travel 20 km in 1 hour. Per hour means 1 hour. Okay, 20 km in 1 hour. Then how far it can travel in 15 hours? 1 hour it can 20 km, then for 15 hours. You know, simple meaning, 1 pen has 2 rupees. Okay. How much for 10 pen? 10 into 2, 20. See here, in 1 hour it can travel 20 km, then how far it can travel in 15 hours. Okay. So we can write the step at first. Okay, step. First step. The motorbike can travel 20 km in 1 hour. That's the first step. Distance travel in 1 hour. 20 kilometer. Km is the short form of kilometer. You already studied in the previous years. And distance traveled in 1 hour. We want to find distance traveled in 15 hours. So distance traveled in 15 hours. So what? In 1 hour 20 or 15 hours, 20 into 15. So we can do the calculations here. 20 into 15. 0 into 5, 0. 0 into any number is 0. 2 into 5, 10. 1 into 0, 0. 2 into 1, 2. Then we can add this 0, 0 plus 0, 0, 2 plus 1, 3. So in 15 hours it can travel 300 kilometer. Okay. This is all questions, each question based on each operation. First question for addition, second question for subtraction, this third question based on multiplication. Okay, we'll do the next question based on division. Okay, our fourth question. A logboat can travel 14 km per hour. That means it can travel 14 km in 1 hour. If it traveled 322 km, how long will it take? This is just a reverse question of the previous one. Did you understand the question? തൊട്ട് മുമ്പുള്ള പ്രോബ്ലത്തിൽ എന്താ കണ്ടത്? 1 മണിക്കൂറിൽ പോകുന്ന ദൂരം തന്നിട്ട് പിന്നെ കുറച്ച് സമയം തന്നിട്ട് ആ സമയം കൊണ്ട് എത്ര പോകുമെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു. Just to reverse the question. It can travel 14 km in 1 hour. 1 hour is 14 km. 322 km പോകുമെങ്കിൽ എത്ര ടൈം എടുക്കും? On simple meaning, if a pen has 2 rupees, if you give 20 rupees to the shopkeeper, how many pen you have? 1 pen, rupees 2. Okay, 20 rupees given. How many pens you got? How many pens? 1 pen, 2. If you go give 20 rupees, you got 10 pens. Okay. How can you find it? You just divide 20 divided by 2. That's the method is here. In 1 hour 14 km. If you take travel 322 km, then how long will it take means we want to find the time. How long? Same here. ഒരു മണിക്കൂർ പോകുന്ന ദൂരം ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. 322 കിലോമീറ്റർ. എത്ര സമയം എടുക്കുമെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാൽ ജസ്റ്റ് ഡിവൈഡ് ദ ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ബൈ 1 hour distance. Okay, so we must write the step first. First step, distance traveled in 1 hour. 1 hour 14 kilometer. Second step, not distance, time taken for traveling 322 kilometer. That is equal to 322 divided by 1 hour distance. Okay, we can do the calculations here. 322 divided by 14. 3 is less than 14, so we take 32. 14 into 1, 14. We can do 14 into 2, 40 into 2, 28. 14 into 3 is obviously greater than 32. So 2 is here. 14 into 2, 28. Subtract 32 minus 28. The difference is 4, 42. Then we can obtain 42 in 14 table. 14 into 1 is not. 14 into 2, 28. We can find 14 into 3. 14 into 3. 14 into 3. 4 3s are 12 and remainder 1. 1 3s are 3 plus 1 4. So 14 into 3, 42. So for answer 23 hours. Okay. Now I will give you some homework for you. Addition is simple one for you. I will give you homework on another 3 operations. Our first question: a flight bound to travel 12,428 kilometer. If it completed 7,986 kilometer, how much distance the flight need to travel for complete the journey? Okay. Second, if a book has ₹75, Manu bought 49 books. How much money he paid for all books? Third question, Goku bought one fish for 25 rupees. If he give 500 rupees, how many fish he got? If you understand a question, half of the problem is solved. So study well, do many more problems for this type. Then you can easily understand the concept of this chapter. So our first chapter is or. This is our first chapter. These things you want to study in this chapter. Okay. Okay, do the problems, do more problems. So you can easily understand the concept of this chapter. Okay students, now we can conclude our today's section. We'll be see you on the next class and we will start another chapter on our next class. Thank you.